Hello, kindergartners. It's Miss O here. I have two math books to read us today. The first one I'm going to read is called The Counting Race, and the next one I'm going to read is called Even Steven and Odd Todd. This one is about even and odd numbers. I think you'll love them both. So go ahead and listen up, and maybe they'll inspire you to do some more math at home and think about math. I'm missing you all. All right, let's see. The Counting Race. "We are having a race today," said Mrs. Connor. The first graders loved races. "A running race?" asked Reza. "An eating race?" asked Katie. "No," said Mrs. Connor. "A counting race." I'm seeing a lot of that ing chunk today. "What is a counting race?" There's a question mark, asked Hannah. "I am going to see if you can count to 10 in 1 second, said Mrs. Connor. "That is so easy," said James. "I'll go first," said Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. "Out of time," said Mrs. Connor. "My turn," said Neil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. "Sorry, Neil," said Mrs. Connor. Time was up. "Me next," said Egan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. "Close," said Mrs. Connor. Hannah put up her hand. "Mrs. Connor, can all the first graders work on this together?" she asked. "Yes, Hannah," said Mrs. Connor. All the first graders got together. They talked loudly. They talked quietly. They had an idea. "Ask us to race again, Mrs. Connor," said Megan. "Okay," said Mrs. Connor. "Can you count to 10 in 1 second?" "All together," the first graders said. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They skipped counting by twos. "You did it," said Mrs. Connor. "Good for you." "We counted by twos," said Emma. "It is a faster way to count," said James. "Here is one more question," said Mrs. Connor. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do I appreciate? The children knew the answer. "Us," they said, and they were all right. How many different ways can you count to 10? How many different ways can you count to 100? Can you count to 100 in 10 seconds? Can you count to 10 in 1 second like the children did? Try different ways of counting. All right, that was the counting race. Now I'm ready to read Even Steven and Odd Todd. We've talked a lot about even and odd numbers. I have a feeling that Even Steven only likes even numbers and Odd Todd only likes odd numbers. Even Steven lived on the edge of town in a 2-story house with a 4-bicycle garage. He had 6 cats, 8 gerbils, 10 goldfish, and a flower garden with 12 sprinklers. Yep, all even numbers. You can pause this video at any time and count all the different things that they have in each picture. "I'll have 2 loaves of bread," said Even Steven when he went to the bakery. At the library, he checked out 4 books. At the post office, he bought 8 stamps. Even Steven loved everything to be even. "There's nothing odd about him," his neighbors told each other. One day, Even Steven heard a knock on his door. He looked out the window. It was Cousin Odd Todd. Even Steven pulled down the shade and turned off the lights. "No one is home," he shouted. He heard 3 knocks. He heard 5 knocks. Then he heard 7 knocks. "Stop! Stop!" Even Stephen cried out twice. He opened the door. He probably can't stand anything that's odd. "Odd Todd," said Even Stephen. "What a surprise!" "Hey, cuz," came a voice from behind. 3 odd-shaped suitcases. 1, 2, 3. "Guess who is spending the summer with you?" Oh, Even Stephen looked up and down the street. He looked behind the bushes. He looked under the welcome mat. He did not see anyone except Odd Todd. It was going to be a long summer. The next morning, Even Stephen got up at 8 o'clock sharp. He was very hungry. "I will make pancakes for breakfast," he said. "If I make 4 pancakes, I can have 2 now and save 2 for lunch," right? Because 2 plus 2 is 4. There's so much math you can do in this book. There's his 4 kitties. "If I make 8 pancakes, I can have 4 now and save 4 for lunch." Even Stephen smacked his lips. Counting pancakes made him very, very hungry. He decided to make 12 pancakes. 6 for now and 6 for lunch. Because 6 plus 6 is 12. Just then, Odd Todd woke up. It was 9 o'clock sharp. "Yum, I smell pancakes," he said. Odd Todd rubbed his stomach 13 times. He went into the kitchen. Even Stephen was washing his plate. He did not see his cousin. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh, there's that CH chunk. Ch, ch, ch. "Good morning, cuz," said Odd Todd with his mouth wide open. Even Stephen's mouth fell open too. He stared at the plate of pancakes. Now there were only 3. "Odd pancakes for lunch." "What's so good about it?" Even Stephen snapped. He went out to work in his garden. Even Stephen loved his garden more than anything. "Today I will plant 6 rows of petunias, 8 rows of honk, honk, honk." Even Stephen looked up. Odd Todd rode by on a tricycle. He must love tricycles because they have 3 wheels and 3 is an odd number. 5 different colored streamers and a horn shaped like a parrot. Odd Todd waved with one hand. He was not watching where he was going. Odd Todd rolled straight into Even Stephen's garden. Even Stephen's face turned beet red. 2 puffs of smoke came out of his ears. "My prize 4-leaf clovers," he shouted. "Look what you have done." "I'm really, really, really sorry," Odd Todd said. "I'll buy you lunch," he added. Even Stephen thought it over. It was almost noon. Odd Todd could not get into trouble as long as they were together. The pair of cousins headed for town. Even Stephen and Odd Todd went to the pizza place. "I would like 4 slices," said Even Stephen. 2 with onions and 2 with olives. "I would like 3 slices," said Odd Todd. 1 plain, 1 with extra cheese, and 1 with gummy worms. I didn't know that was a thing. Even Stephen looked at his cousin's pizza. There were 9 pink worms on it. 9 squishy, wiggly worms. His face turned green. "You look a little pale, cuz," said Odd Todd. "You should get out in the sun more." Even Stephen and Odd Todd walked to the ice cream shop. "I will have 2 scoops of double-dipped chocolate," said Even Stephen. "I will have a triple nutty fudge sundae," said Odd Todd. "Extra nuts, please." Even Stephen went to look for a seat. Odd Todd brought the ice cream. Even Stephen took a bite of his ice cream. Then he saw something odd. It was the nuts. There were exactly 11. Nuts, he screamed. Who put nuts on my double-dip chocolate? Even Stephen's face turned blue. 4 puffs of smoke came out of his ears. No need to thank me, cuz, Odd Todd smiled. They were extras. On the way home, Even Stephen saw a sign in the flower shop. Perfect garden contest, big prize. Perfect garden, big prize. I have a perfect garden, said Even Stephen. It's perfect because it's perfectly even. He wrote his name on the contest list. Hey, cuz, check out this plant, said Odd Todd. Even Stephen did not answer. He ran home and turned on his 12 sprinklers. Then Even Stephen took a nap. He dreamed about winning the big prize. Even Stephen woke up and went to his perfect garden. The contest judge would be coming soon. Even Stephen counted his 6 rows of petunias, his 8 rows of daisies, his 10 rows of sunflowers, and 1 row of cactuses. Each cactus had 5 long, sharp needles. Even Stephen's face turned purple. 6 puffs of smoke came out of his ears. Oh. That's it, Even Stephen screamed. I can't take you anymore, cousin. You are too odd. Just then the contest judge came over to the garden. Odd, but I like it. We have a winner! He handed Even Stephen 2 tickets. 2 tickets to Twin Lakes. Even Stephen smiled. Now, who shall I take on this trip for 2? He asked. Don't worry, cuz, Odd Todd said. My 3 bags are already packed. So, boys and girls, I would love it now if you could write a list of everything that Even Stephen would like. So write down a list of all the even numbers and what kinds of things you think Even Stephen would like in even numbers. And then what kinds of things do you think Odd Todd would like? And what odd numbers will he only have? Okay, go ahead and make a list. What things Even Stephen likes and what things Odd Todd likes and which numbers they like. All right, and see if you can also do the counting race. Skip counting by 2s, 5s, 10s to try to get to 100. All right, I hope you're doing wonderful. I would love to see some of you writing number of the day. And when we left school, we were on number 45, so we haven't done 46 or 47. You could even write number of the day for 50 because we've been in school at home now. So see how many ways you can get to 50 at home, all right? Send me a picture if you do it, and take care. I'm looking forward to Zooming with you soon. All right, bye.